This is gonna get interesting. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm doing a full face of makeup using things that I just don't like or use. I'm not gonna throw the word hate out there. Huge disclaimer, just because these products don't work out for me or I don't personally like them does not make it a bad product. There's people out there that probably really love these products, and any companies and brands that I am talking about does not mean I hate them. In fact, pretty much all these companies have products that I actually really do like. So this has nothing to do with the company or the people behind them. It's just the actual product that did not work out for me. So before anyone thinks I'm throwing shade or spilling the tea, as the kids say, I am not. These products just didn't work out for me, and I thought it'd be fun to kind of like try them out again. A lot of these things I haven't tried in a really long time. So who knows, to be honest, maybe I will like rediscover that maybe I do like it after all. Who knows what will happen. With all that said, I'm pretty excited. So let's put some makeup on this face. Let's start off with prepping the skin. This is the Farsali Unicorn Essence Skin Enhancing Antioxidant Serum. I've actually talked about this many times. I've mentioned that I didn't like it. I even made a whole video about products I don't like, and this was included. The smell is super sweet and strong. I don't really like it too much. It's one of those like pink oils that you see like all over Instagram that they like drop on their face. I just don't think it does anything for my skin. It just kind of like sinks in the skin really quickly, and my skin just feels like dry again. I don't know, it's just, it doesn't do anything for me. I never use this. I'm gonna start off with this unicorn essence first. Oh my god, oh, the smell is so intense. Hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. The next thing is the Benefit Porefessional Primer. I know a lot of you guys are like, what? I just don't like this. Most of the time I use it, for some odd reason, it just starts like crumbling and rolling off my skin. I just don't like silicone-y thick primers, and I just never want to reach for this. I was actually kind of shocked that I had it in my collection because I don't remember the last time I ever used this. So this is what I'm gonna use on my T-zone mostly. Yeah, to fill in my pores. It smells kind of good. I don't remember it having a scent. I test out a lot of foundations. Like even when I'm not filming, I'm always trying new things out. A lot of the times they don't work out. I end up returning them, giving it to somebody else, or it just disappears out of my collection. I don't know where it goes. But when I was looking through my collection, two foundations kind of stood out to me that I remember not liking, and I happen to have them in my collection still. So even though there's like so many in the graveyard of foundations that I've tried and hated, these two I still have. The first one is the Ordinary's Color High Coverage Foundation. I was so excited for this. I made a whole video on it. I think this broke me out so bad. There's something about this that just literally caused something to happen to my skin, and I broke out so much. On top of that, I didn't like the way it looked after a while. It just wasn't my favorite. I thought I would mention this, even though I'm not going to use this one today because I don't want to break out again. I just thought I would mention that, but the foundation I am going to be trying out today, this is a lot of people's favorite foundation, like their holy grails, but it just did not work out for me. The Fenty Pro Filtr foundation. I made a whole first impression video on it, and in that video, it looked really nice. I liked it, but anytime after that I tried it, different primers, different methods of application, whatever I did, it did not look good on my skin. I don't know what it is. I'm like so sad that didn't work out for me because I like truly really wanted to like it, and so many people are like obsessed with it. I'm like, what's wrong with me? I'm gonna apply this with my Real Techniques sponge. Oh, I didn't tell you guys a shade. This is the shade 140. Why do I feel like my foundation is actually gonna look good on my skin today? I look crazy right now. I need concealer ASAP. The foundation actually doesn't look that bad on my skin right now. It does dry down super fast and sets. Like this is a foundation, if you set it, it's probably not gonna look as good. Anytime I've ever tried to set it with powder, loose powder, it just does not look good at all. So I don't know, I think the sponge application is helping it a lot, but it doesn't look bad. It's just super matte and dry. Let's move on to concealer. This is the MAC Studio Waterweight Concealer. What even is this? I remember doing a first impression video and I tried this out and it was a disaster. I just don't get it. It's super greasy and liquidy and creasy and separates anything underneath it. It just wasn't cute. I used it once after and I hated it, so that's what I'm gonna use today. I have some on the back of my hand. I'm gonna go into my sponge. Do you guys see how oily that looks? Ew. My eye is like low-key burning. Why? Oh my god, it's like already separating and doing weird things and creasing. What is happening? I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes before there's like a full-on meltdown. This is a powder that I just do not like, do not use. It's the Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder. It's not a terrible powder. I don't reach for it, and I also cannot stand the scent. I mean, it smells good from afar, but I can't stand how scented it is and how, like, it tastes like something. It's sweet. It tastes sweet. And when I'm doing my makeup and it just falls into my mouth, doesn't seem right. Oh my god, I already taste it. Some on my sponge. Also, I totally forgot this happens, but look how dark it is on my skin. Do you see that? It just darkened underneath my eyes. ¿Por qué? It has literally made my under eyes darker than like my face. So, no bueno. I'm only setting underneath my eyes because I know when I put powder over the Fenty foundation, it looks terrible. So I'm gonna give it a fair shot, even though I feel so weird without powder. I'm still tasting the powder. For my bronzer, it was kind of hard to find something that I didn't like or use, but then I remembered this palette right here from MAC. This is the Jeremy Scott and MAC Cheeky Volume 1 mixtape. This is what it looks like inside. You have a blush, a highlighter, and a bronzer. I remember I tried this bronzer out and it was just really patchy on me. I was very underwhelmed by this palette. It just didn't do it for me. It was just something about this palette. It was very patchy, not exciting. The highlighter, very chunky. The powder's very powdery. I'm gonna use the bronzer from this palette. Packaging is cute in theory, but like my brush wants to pick up like blush and bronzer, and I just want to keep it in the bronzer section, you know? Yep, still patchy. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it just looks really weird and patchy on my skin. And no, it's not because of like the foundation. Like it always does this with different foundations. The color's like, even for me, I have to like build it up because it like barely shows up. I'm not even kidding. This is such a pain in the butt to pick up. I keep picking up blush and highlighter. And I am trying to actually get a good look and, you know, give these products a fair chance again. So I'm not just slapping it on for the sake of the video. Like, I'm actually, I want to look decent after this. For my blush, I'm going to be using the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores blush. This is in the shade Sweet Cheeks. It looks beautiful. It's kind of like a rosy pink with a lot of gold like shimmer. It kind of looks like a duochrome blush. I used this in one of my videos and I was like, oh no. It deposits very patchy gold sparkly flakes on your cheeks, and I don't like that. Also, it's incredibly powdery. I just don't get the blush. In camera, it looks very pretty and glowy, but in real life, there's just like little flecks of gold glitter and the blush is very patchy. So I just don't understand it. For it's saying Bye Bye Pores, it seems to make my pores look a lot bigger. How am I still tasting the Too Faced powder? It's haunting me. This took a lot of building up to get a little bit of a blush color. You guys may know I am not a liquid highlighter or a creamy stick highlighter person at all. The thought of dragging a stick highlighter or putting a cream highlighter on my face after foundation freaks me out. Two products that I will probably never put on my cheeks because no. This first one is the Too Faced Unicorn Tears Stick Highlighter that looks like that. It's blue and it has like an iridescent, like a purpley iridescent. It's so pretty, but I would never wear this and I would never put this on my face. This is just no, no. And the next one is the Urban Decay Holographic Disco Stick. Similar in theory, kind of has more of a pinky tone to it, but is very like glittery. They look pretty on my hand, but no, like I would not put that on my face. But today, I will try it out. I do have powder highlighters that I want to try, so I'm only going to do it on this side. Yep, there goes my foundation. I just don't get how you're supposed... Oh no. Ew. Okay. No, no, no. 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 I have two powder highlighters that I just don't use. I don't like them. The first one, again, is the Urban Decay Disco Queen Holographic Highlight Powder. It's so pretty. I love the packaging. First of all, it's like purple and it has like this duochrome to it. It has no pigment. Like, it's barely there, and it's so chunky and patchy. It just like kind of deposits like chunks of glitter, and that's it. I don't understand this product. I'm gonna test it out. I'll put it on this side. Why not? I'm even gonna use my favorite highlight brush, the BH Cosmetics 140. This even makes bad highlighters look good, so if we can't get this to look good, then it's a lost cause. There's just glitter chunks on it. Oh, okay. Holy moly. It looks beautiful in the camera. I'm seeing like it looks so pretty, but on the skin, I just don't like how it looks on my skin, and this color of highlighter, I would never wear. This next product was like a very sad disappointment because I was really excited to try it out. I even bought the liquid lipstick with it for the collection. It was a collab product and I love the liquid lipstick. This is the Jeffree Star and Manny MUA Skin Frost in the shade Eclipse. I haven't never tried his other Skin Frost before, and I have a feeling that they might be a different like formula or consistency because a lot of people like swatch them and they look so creamy and blinding, and I don't know, did I get a bad one? Were these just like a different formula? It's incredibly chunky and patchy and the texture is horrific. I just don't understand it. Nothing against the people behind it. It's just this one product I did not like. When you swatch this product, it does this really weird thing where it like clumps up and becomes like matted out or something. The actual swatch of it, really chunky. Almost it's like there's no pigmentation whatsoever. Like you swatch, you're like, oh wow, that looks nice. Then you put it on your hand and you're like, where is it? Again, taking my BH Cosmetics 140 brush, it's just so chunky and it kind of like develops a film, like when you run your brush through it, just like it gets matted down. I don't understand it. Like this is, oh, oof. I'm pressing so hard into the skin because I feel like if you apply this with a fan brush, you will literally get nothing on your face. It looks really pretty in the camera, but in real life, it is so chunky and it emphasizes all my pores so much. Like this brush is saving all these highlighters because when I apply it with different brushes, it looks like crap. It's kind of like patchy and weird. It just kind of like deposits. I don't know. It's so strange. When it comes to brows, there isn't really a brow product that I hate because most of the time they're all really nice and they work out as long as the color is right. If I was gonna pick out like a weird brow product, I guess it would be this MAC Lingering Big Brow Pencil. And I do like their brow products, but this is like a really big, it looks like a cream eyeshadow. Why is it so big? I don't know, like you can't really get a defined look. You can't go outside of your eyebrow. You just have to like run it through the hairs you have, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it does something, but you can't like really get any definition. I mean, if you already have like really thick eyebrows and you just want something really quick and on the go to put through your eyebrows, I guess this is it. It doesn't really do much for me. Before I move on to my eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face using a setting spray that I don't like it. Smell of this setting spray that literally makes me gag. This is the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray, cooling and hydrating. I'm not looking forward to this. I can already smell it. Let me spritz first and then we'll chat. I'm really trying not to breathe. It kind of smells like diapers or like a dirty baby wipe or something. Like it does not have a pleasant scent whatsoever. It definitely lingers. I'm still smelling it on my face. It's not pleasant to me. We need some perfume up in here. When it comes down to eyeshadows that I didn't like or hated, I recently did like an eyeshadow palette purge. So I got rid of a lot of things that I wasn't using, so it was a little bit difficult to find something I didn't like. But I did come across two things that I just don't use, I will probably never use, and I've used only once. The first one is the Toofaced Life is a Festival palette. I did a whole video on this. I'm not like saying it's a bad palette. Like the shadows have really nice pigment. There's pretty shades in there, but I would probably never use this again. It doesn't have enough colors for me to do like an everyday neutral look, something cohesive. There's a lot of shimmers and duochromes in here. This next palette, nobody even needs to worry about because they don't even make this palette anymore. This is the Urban Decay Vice palette. I don't know which Vice. I mean, it says Vice on it. Maybe it's like the first one. But I've used this once in my entire life. Like 95% shimmery shades. And they're just colors that I don't see myself really using, and literally used this once. While we're here, I'll just like quickly throw this in. Like Urban Decay has some bomb products. Like the quality of their shadows and other products are like really, really good, but their packaging is sometimes quite bulky. Like this palette, for instance, this is the, I don't remember what this was called, but this packaging, it's like cool and all, but you kind of, how do you open this again? Oh, you slide it out just like that. And honestly, have I ever used this palette? No, I don't reach for it. They're all shimmery metallic foil shades, and I've never used this palette before. So I guess those are 3 palettes that I just will not use and do not use anymore. This in no way means that eyeshadows themselves are terrible. Like Too Faced and Urban Decay have really good eyeshadow quality. They're just, I don't know, the setup, the packaging, the colors, like just doesn't do it for me. This is not going to be like an eyeshadow tutorial. I'm just going to like create a quick look. I'm going to take the Urban Decay Vice palette and taking like a nude shade on my brow. But oh, it's a lot darker than, oh, that is a lot darker than I thought it was going to be. I'm going into this really warm brown shade on my Mysterious Morphe brush. And this is going to go into my crease. It's not to say you can't create really pretty looks with these palettes. They're just not personally for me. Like I just don't reach for them at all over other things that I have. I'm taking this matte dark brown shade, and this is going to deepen up the crease a little bit. Let's do something bold. I'm going to take this fuchsia purpley shimmery shade. I'm going to run this shade into the crease just to kind of like add some pinkiness. Actually looks more purple. I'm going to go into this Urban Decay palette with all the shimmers in it. And I'm going to take this shade, it's called Spandex. Yeah, it's like kind of a glittery purple shade, and I'm going to pack that on my lid. Whoa, quite a bit of fallout. It's a very crumbly shadow. I'm going to go into the shade Grasshopper here, and this is going to go underneath the bottom lash line. I'm going to smudge it out. I'm just trying to use some colors. Why not? I'm going to take this lavender shade and I'm going to pop that in the inner corners of my eyes. That is a lot more purple than I thought it was going to be. It looks like a really light shade, but when you put it on, it is, wow, it is quite intense. I'm actually going to take that shade and just pop it in the center of my lids. I'm going to take a little bit more of that fuchsia shade on a blending brush, and I'm just going to run this into the crease a little bit more because I want it to be a little bit more pinky purple. Ooh, I didn't use this palette yet, so I think I'm gonna take this green shade and I'm gonna pop that kind of like on the center of my lower lash line on top of that teal we used. Maybe that'll give it a little pop. Ooh, like I said, the shadows are not bad at all. You know what, while we're here, let's take this shadow. It's called Unicorn Tears. I think it's like a highlighter, but I'm gonna pop that on the center of my lids once more. I just feel like I need something that pops a little bit more. Right in the center. This is the Revlon Color Stay Exactifier, and the little applicator looks like a tiny pizza cutter. What's interesting is MAC came out with a product exactly like this not too long ago, and now Revlon has it. So if you wanted to try it out, but you don't want to spend the money, you can get one from the drugstore. I just don't get it. Like, why would we need to apply eyeliner like this when we have just so many other ways that have been working for a very long time? So I'm gonna try it out with you guys again, and I really, really hope that we just don't mess everything up. Here goes nothing. First of all, the sensation is really... Oh, nope. It's really weird. Oh, no. No, 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 no. I'm actually trying so hard, you guys. Ow. Let's create a wing. Alright, let's try the wing. Besides this being the most difficult thing in the world, it dries down pretty quick, and I feel that on my eye. Like, it's It feels so crunchy. Now we're gonna try to replicate that on the other side. Great. It's so hard to get this to do what you want it to do. Now let's move on to some mascaras that I just do not like. The first one is the Urban Decay Troublemaker Mascara. I love the packaging, kind of matches my eye makeup. The other one is a little bit newer. It's the Smashbox Super Fanned Out Mascara. I'm gonna wear each one on each side to kind of like show you guys. I'm gonna start off with the Troublemaker Mascara first. Seriously? I just don't know. So on this side, I'm gonna do the new Smashbox Super Fanned Mascara. I just don't really do much for like lengthening and volumizing my lashes. Right now, my lashes have gotten a lot longer, so you know, the length is there, but that's just because my lashes are a lot longer. But it's just they don't do anything to it, and they're just not mascaras I necessarily reach for. I know my bottom lashes can do better than that. Okay, so lastly we have the lips, and there's definitely a lot of lip products that I just don't end up liking or using again. It's just really hard to keep track because I don't know where these things are anymore. If you just saw my lip collection, it would stop a heart. I will mention a few things that are like fresh in my head that I just don't like. The first one is that white gloss that I tried, the Katy Kat gloss from CoverGirl. Like, why? Why do we need a pigmented white gloss? If you guys haven't seen that video of me trying this, I will put it in the eye, but like, no. My eyes feel so crispy from that eyeliner. Other lip products I don't like, the Toofaced Unicorn, Mermaid, I don't know what, the lipstick and the gloss situations, like, these are just things I'm not going to ever put on my lips or use. They're pretty to look at, they're very mesmerizing, but as a lipstick, I would never wear them. And these as well, like, I don't... And lastly, we have the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink Liquid Lipstick. I made a whole video swatching all the new shades when these first came out, and I never ended up posting it. I've talked about this before. I hated it so much. The video I had a lot of technical problems with, that's why it didn't go up. These were so thick and sticky. It took forever to dry down. When I had this on, I could literally just have my lips like glued shut, how sticky they were. And they all had like different scents. Like some of them had a weird artificial sweet vanilla. The other ones smelled purely like chemicals. I did not understand if I got a bad batch or what was going on, so I like actually threw them away. I don't have like those ones anymore. They recently came out with some new colors. I haven't tried these out, and I have been kind of like wanting to try out and see if maybe the formula has changed and the smells are a little bit better. So I don't have the old ones that I hated. I'm gonna try the new ones. We'll see if I still don't like them. I kind of want to go with this color. This is the shade Amazonian, and let's smell it first. Oh gosh. Ugh. Okay, that's not bad actually. It smells pretty good, so maybe I really honestly got a bad batch because it straight up made me gag. I was putting them on and I wanted to throw up. I do like the applicators though. They have like that pointy tip, so it's like really good for getting a defined look. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Oh, this color's a lot lighter than the actual tube. I'm not gonna lie, this is a really pretty color. Also, where the heck did all this fallout on my upper lip come from? What on earth? I'm not going away! Lipstick's been on for a couple minutes. It hasn't fully dried. I remember why I don't like them now. I'm gonna let this dry fully. Hopefully it doesn't take me like 20 minutes, and I will be right back. It's been like 8 minutes since I let the lipstick kind of like dry down. It's still transferring a little, and oh my god, it's so beyond sticky. I don't like this at all. Like, do you see that? I just like want to take this off so badly right now. And it also feels like incredibly heavy on the lips. Like, you know that there's something there. When you talk, like the corners of your lips stick together. I've pretty much had my complexion, like my face products on for about an hour now, so I can pretty much tell you that the foundation definitely gets darker. Like, it's no longer paper color. It actually matches quite well. It's okay. It is like cracking on my chin and around my nose just doesn't look really nice. Everywhere else looks pretty decent. It's not a bad foundation. It just doesn't work for my skin type, and it's very like iffy. Like, one day it works and one day it looks crap. The concealer doesn't look like the worst, but before I put like a highlighter and eyeshadow down there, it was creasing and like separating in this area, and I can kind of tell there are like certain little spots that it's kind of patchy. I don't know, like I can still see a little bit of my skin through, like in some areas. It's just a really weird concealer. Like, I don't get it. The highlighters, just no, like they're not cute. It's so glittery and chunky. The color, I would never wear this. This one, like, it looks decent like in camera, but like I've mentioned, it's just such a weird texture to me. Eyeshadows I don't have any problems with. They're really pretty. It's just like the palettes themselves. The eyeliner, oh my god, every time I blink, it's like I feel it on my face, and it's just like such a weird feeling. And the applicator, no. Mascaras, not a fan. I don't reach for them. They do nothing for my lashes. The brows are actually really not that bad. The color is really nice. You just don't get like a defined look, but if you're not into that and you just want something kind of quick to run through your eyebrows just to make them look a little bit fuller, this is the product for you. That is pretty much it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know in the comments down below, like, if these products work out for you or if they didn't work out for you. What do you think of them? And like I've already mentioned, just because I didn't like them, they didn't work for me, doesn't make it a bad product. I love all these companies. I have plenty of favorites from these brands, so yeah. As usual, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, mesijesibeauty, Snapchat, JessieJet, and Instagram, Makeup by Jessie. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do so before you go. I would appreciate it so very much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!